Hey guys, my name is Jim Aspel. I'm a board certified workers' compensation attorney in Farmington, Connecticut. And I wanted to talk to you a minute today about when is a good time to settle your workers' compensation case. And let me just say at the outset that no one can make anyone settle a workers' compensation case. The employee can't require the employer to settle a workers' compensation case, and conversely, the employer can't be forced to settle a workers' compensation claim if they don't have to. A workers' compensation claim can be left open uh, indefinitely. There's no certain rule that says when the case has to be settled. It's not like a car accident case where you're hurtling towards an absolute date with the jury who's going to decide a full and final value of the case. Workers' compensation case can stay open 2 years, 10 years, indefinitely. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the important thing to consider is that a workers' compensation case in Connecticut is not going to survive your death. So if you pass away in that instance, so long as your death was not caused by the workplace accident itself, that case is going to die with you. So, in short, unless you have a spouse or a dependent child or something like that who's receiving ongoing weekly benefits on account of the compensable injury, then when you unfortunately pass away, that's it. No further payments are going to be coming out of the workers' compensation case, and it's the end of the road. So that does give you some sort of impetus to settle the case. Number three, the third caveat with regard to settling these things is that, as a general rule, an employer is not going to settle a workers' compensation claim with a current employee. In other words, they are going to require that you either resign your position or that you are no longer working there before they entertain a settlement with you. The rationale behind that somewhat escapes me, but I think the theory is that the fear is that an employee is going to settle their workers' compensation claim for 50,000 or 100,000 or whatever the case happens to settle for, and then they're going to go back to the shop floor and they're going to tell everybody at work, "Oh, hey, I just settled my workers' compensation case for $100,000," and next thing you know, people are going to be faking accidents all over the shop floor. I don't think that that happens in real life, but I think that's the rationale why these companies will not settle with current employees. Makes little sense, but I think that's the way it is. Now, getting back to the original point, when is the best time to settle a workers' compensation case? Assuming all of those previous things have been taken into consideration, in my opinion, the best time to settle your workers' compensation claim is at the time when the doctor puts you at maximum medical improvement. In other words, he says, "You're as good as you're going to get. Here's your permanent partial disability rating. Good luck." Um, that's when your case statistically has the most value. That permanency rating hasn't been paid out yet, and the whole exposure for that is before the insurance company. There's additional benefits set out in 31-308 small a that you're going to be entitled to, and there's the potential for future medical treatment as well. So that's when your case is going to be worth the most money, and in my estimation, that's the best time to settle the case. You can settle your case at any time. You can certainly settle it after the permanency has been paid, but keep in mind that the value of the case is going to be lower than it would be if you settled the case at the time you got that permanency rating. One of the major factors in determining the value of a case is the value of that permanency rating. So it stands to reason if that gets paid out in full, then that amount is deducted from what you're going to receive in a settlement. You don't get both. You don't get your permanency rating and a settlement. Your permanency rating is an element of the settlement number. And again, if that has been paid out, if you've received that money, that is going to be taken off the bottom line of your settlement. So, hope that helps. Those are my 2 cents on when I personally think that you should settle your workers' compensation claim. Different lawyers may have different opinions. If you're on Medicare, things have a different spin on them, but I'll save that for another video. But if you want our opinion on your specific case, feel free to give us a call. We're in Farmington. We can be reached at 860-523-8783. You can visit our website at any time, ctworkinjurylawyer.com. There's tons of information there on Connecticut workers' compensation topics. If you found the video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm, and I would invite you to subscribe to the channel so that you get more additional Connecticut workers' compensation topics as we produce them. Okay, thanks. Have a good day.